With the recent trade deadlines in the NBA and NHL, the MLB season just starting up, and in the midst of NFL free agency, it's a perfect time to look at some trades from the NBA that had significant changes on the players and others. But first, today, we are not sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a mobile app where you can get tickets for any event. Whether it's a sports game or a concert, they offer the best prices and even show you a view from your seat. A green dot in your section means it's a good deal, and a red one means it's bad. Thank you to SeatGeek for not sponsoring this video. Now, back to the video. NBA trades happen all the time. Most of the time, these trades are insignificant, but every couple of years, a superstar gets traded. Back in January of 2021, James Harden, a former MVP, was traded to the Brooklyn Nets. We're not going to talk about him, though. A key reason the Nets were able to acquire Harden was that they traded away Caris LeVert to the Indiana Pacers. LeVert was a solid player for the Nets, averaging 13.1 points per game for his career and 18.5 in the season leading up to the trade. When the trade happened, everything was normal until LeVert went to do his physical for the Pacers before he could join his new teammates for their game in Los Angeles. That's when everything changed. LeVert realized that the physical process was taking longer than normal. He got a call from the team physician who he had not met yet, and he said, "I know you don't know me, but you won't be traveling with the team today. We found something you need to look at." Confused, LeVert asked, "What's going on?" After a long pause, the team physician said, "We found a tumor on your left kidney." LeVert didn't know how to react. A little later, he received good news and bad news from his doctor. The bad news, the tumor ended up being cancerous. LeVert had renal cell carcinoma of his left kidney. The good news was that it was found early enough that it had not yet spread throughout his body and that he was expected to make a full recovery. LeVert probably would not have found this tumor without being traded until it was too late. This trade could have saved his life. Doctors could not tell LeVert if he would be able to return to the court that season, but they said it was possible if he felt up to it. LeVert had surgery on January 25th, and less than 2 months later, LeVert was back on the court playing for the Pacers. LeVert started in his first game back on March 23rd. He scored 13 points and had 7 rebounds in 27 minutes. LeVert had the best stretch of his career with the Pacers, averaging 19.6 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game during his 2-year tenure with the team. LeVert was initially going to be traded to the Houston Rockets before he got switched to the Pacers. The Pacers are one of the few teams who make you take an MRI on your lower back during your physical. This trade had and will continue to have a big impact on Caris LeVert. He has gone on to say that it may have saved his life. Without this trade, no one knows what would have happened to him. The next player we're going to learn about is DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan spent the first 9 seasons of his NBA career with the Raptors. He was a 4-time All-Star and became the Raptors' all-time leading scorer. Up to this point in his career, DeMar thought he was going to spend the rest of his playing days in Toronto. Then, on July 18, 2018, his plans were changed. DeRozan was traded to San Antonio Spurs along with Jakob Poeltl and a 2019 first-round pick for Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, and cash. After hearing the news that he was traded, DeRozan felt betrayed. He said, "I definitely was extremely hurt. I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't. I always made it clear that Toronto is where I wanted to retire. You never heard a player say that. No star player. Nobody. My whole objective being there was fighting against the stigma that guys don't want to play there. As it happened to me, when I gave everything I could on the court and off the court, it definitely hurt. It definitely hurt. To feel like, damn, I was nothing. I wasn't this. All right, cool. Now I'm going to show you." The first thing he did was call his longtime teammate and best friend Kyle Lowry. He then called former Raptors and current Spurs teammate Rudy Gay. Gay helped cheer DeRozan up and then got his mind off the trade and to see the bright future they would have in San Antonio. The next day, DeRozan talked to his old coach Dwayne Casey. Casey said, "He was so hurt and I was just trying to make him feel better." DeRozan set out to make the Raptors regret trading him. In his first year in San Antonio, DeMar averaged 21.2 points per game on 48% shooting, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. It was one of the best seasons of his career. Unfortunately for him, Kawhi Leonard ended up leading the Raptors to the NBA Finals and beat the Warriors while winning Finals MVP. Both players were traded but had completely different experiences. Long after the trade, LeVert was happy because it may have ended up saving his life. But DeRozan felt the complete opposite, because he was betrayed by his original franchise. They are at 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. Thank you for watching the video, and once again, thank you to SeatGeek for not sponsoring this video.